down the neon street tonight. Everything is shining, feeling so right. We don't need a map to find our way. Spinning in the starlight, we'll never stop. Dancing all night, taking it to the top. This is our world, let's live it loud.
Kosher pickle you got there, Max. I'm gonna keep this short.
Spinning in the starlight, we'll never stop. Dancing all night, taking it to the top. This is our world, let's live it loud.
What the? Where's Bobby? Anyways, I always get jump scared by that image. Oh, there you are. Hi, sir. And there you are, everybody else. Hi, guys. Welcome to the All Elite Heat podcast. We are here with a special guest today, the Mad Dog. Say hi.
No one can there we go. Him. Hi there again. My mic was muted again. Special guest. No. I don't know if you guys know this. I have officially joined back with the AEW. I will be here every week with you guys now going forward. So.
You're still a special guest.
No, I'm no longer. Maybe for tonight, but next week I will be back.
Have another
time,
special guest.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a special guest here as well. Bobby Steele.
Well, I mean, guys are the host.
Special guest.
Are you saying I'm not a special guest, Mad Dog?
I mean, you're the host, you know.
Well,
so I can't be special.
You know, so is Bobby. You know, he's also the host. I'm
and
just
special.
You know, coming back to the host. You know what I mean?
Let the special Bobby speak. Go ahead, Bobby.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Well, first off, I want to say hello, everybody, to the unpopular wrestling review. As we review AEW Dynamite, this is the officially go home show.
Oh no, you're muted now, Bobby.
You're muted.
Why does that always happen to you? It's wild.
There we go. I got him. He's unmuted. I think he accidentally clicked the button. That's okay.
No. Here's the thing. I didn't click nothing at all.
Yeah, don't worry. I got you.
Anyways, where was I? Again? Okay.
He had his hands in the air.
Go home show. Go home show. It's the go home show tonight.
Yes. This was the go home show for AEW All In. This is their WrestleMania, I like to call it, which is live this Sunday only on HBO Max. It'll be the start time is what, 6 or 6:30, I believe.
Well, it's
no. It's 1 p.m. Bobby. It's 1 Eastern.
I'm sorry.
They're in the UK or they're in Europe.
Yes,
that's right.
6 p.m. UK time. You're correct. It is 6 p.m. UK time, but 1 p.m. time.
Correct.
I'm so sorry to the viewers that are tuning in, watching. I apologize for that.
No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I apologize, but I say this was a pretty good Dynamite go home show. It was really good. But we will go into it.
Speaking All In, so the main event is actually going to be Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the World Championship. We started the show off with Will Ospreay. He came out. They're in Scotland tonight, right, Mad Dog?
Yes, Glasgow, Scotland. That's correct.
Yeah, Glasgow, Scotland. Obviously,
big
you got a
pop for Will Ospreay tonight.
He's a UK
big
guy.
Pop for that guy. Yeah.
And he spoke a lot about being from the UK. Everybody keeps asking him, how does it feel to be, Englishman, an English wrestler vying for the world title, competing for the world title against one of your idols. He says that, after Sunday, his son is going to have to get a new hero because I guess his son looks up to Kenny Omega. He says that, no one respects Kenny Omega more than he does. But he said that he's ready. It's no longer going to get into his head the moment. He's not going to let anything kind of distract him. And basically he's saying he's locked in. Kenny Omega was not here on the show tonight, but he knows that he's watching at home. That's the message that he wanted to send. Mad Dog, what are your thoughts on this segment?
I gotta ask you guys, before we even get to Will Ospreay in the segment, do you guys feel like Kenny Omega is trying to play like the Roman Reigns character where he's like staying home and like not like on AEW TV. Like
I
this
have
is
to
the go
stop you
home
right there,
show.
Mad Dog. I have to stop you
And
right there, Mad
Roman was
Dog.
on the SummerSlam show, Sheriff. I just gotta say, he was
I
on the
have to
go
stop
home
you
show
right
with
there, Mad
Seth.
Dog. Number one,
Oh,
Roman Reigns did not invent staying home. But number two, you cannot compare anyone. You cannot compare Kenny Omega's work schedule to Roman Reigns' work schedule. You simply cannot do that, and that is not shade.
I don't
You know,
know.
If Roman
He
works as
stayed
much as he
home
works,
tonight on the
he
go
gets.
home show.
Oh, he stayed home one night. Congratulations. Roman Reigns literally never showed up, and he was your champion for 2 years. So,
I got
so
a
that's to
Showed
say
up
question.
for
there is no.
SummerSlam.
Oh,
He
he
showed
showed
Wait,
up one time. Congratulations.
wait a minute. I got a question about that though. Did it ever occur to Mad Dog that maybe Kenny Omega wasn't at Dynamite because he's training for All In this Sunday?
Could be, could
That could
be,
have
could
been it.
be, could be,
Yeah,
but
forgetting
he
because
wasn't
if you
there. And
no,
it
wait a minute.
feels like a Roman tactic.
We will go into the main event later on during this review show when
Right.
they show that video package thing. I first off, maybe he was training for All In. You know, when you're in the main event for a big show, you sometimes are not on the go home show, and you're
Mhm.
back at your place, back in the gym. You know, training your butt off, getting ready for the biggest match of your career.
Also, Bobby, like we
That's
mentioned
true. That
earlier,
could be
they're
true.
in
But
Scotland. There could have been travel issues. They're
Yeah.
flying to a whole other country. It
Oh,
happens. Thank you,
oh,
Henry.
and since they
In a,
were in Scotland,
yeah,
I have to say those fans tonight were amazing.
as you
Ole,
should.
ole, ole,
The
ole,
European fans show the
ole,
fuck out.
ole.
they love it, man. They
Hey,
love it. But
you know that
going on to this
that makes
promo though, I have to say
that
real
makes
quick, the promo was
yeah.
great. By Will. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought the
Yeah, Bob,
promo
what you're
was great
saying?
too. I was gonna say that promo was great. I thought Will Ospreay really did a great job talk about how he had respect for Kenny Omega until he brought up his son, which that's a big no no. You don't
Yeah.
do that. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
care
like
who you
that. I don't
are.
like that neither. Yeah.
But and he was talking about how
They
the
do that.
past Brits used to wrestle in Scotland and in the UK. He was mentioning those guys. And I thought that was a really cool deal. And Sheriff, what'd you think?
I love this, especially because, you know, to Mad Dog's point, Kenny wasn't there. This is a go home show, and Will Ospreay had a tough task to kind of go out there by himself and sell the event, but he was set up to flourish. He was in a partisan building in Scotland and in Europe. It's going to be his fans, people cheering for him. There's going to be a lot of energy because that's a
Yeah.
fresh crowd. They don't always go overseas, and you know, this is your pretty much number one babyface in the company, and I think he really sold it very well. I think this was Will showcasing why he's about to be the world champion, and showcasing why, in my opinion, he is setting up to be the face of AEW, and that he has the look, he has the talk, he has the in ring ability, he has the cachet. This was like a masterclass in my opinion. I loved this. They even did the
The
Bailey for her chance when Christian was talking. Yeah. So,
The only thing I didn't like was I agree with both your points. They brought up the whole family thing. I think 2026, every wrestling company and every wrestler, I guess, WWE, TNA, I've been watching it all, brings up family one way or another now. It's just inevitable, unfortunately, and I honestly don't think they should do it. And once again, they did it here, and yeah, I just didn't like it. I don't like it when WWE
I
does
don't
it.
think
I same thing.
I don't think that's exclusive
No,
to wrestling. I think in a lot of combat sports
no, I agree. I
specifically,
agree.
a lot of people do it more, and I kind of agree with you. It jumps the shark a
Right.
little bit. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we can do without it all the time, but I do think you're right that there's been a lot more of family stuff kind of
Especially
blurring that
this
line
year,
here.
I get that everybody's got kids, but you don't need to bring it
They
in.
are
I mean, personal life out of it.
they are just things that you do not cross.
But you know,
Right.
we're in the reality era, as Triple H likes to call it. Anyways, so we go into our first
Fraud.
match, and this is a Continental. This is the semifinals for the Continental Cup. So we have
No,
the
no, we've got to talk about the first match, Edge and Copeland and the Young Bucks against the Don Callis family,
that
right?
wasn't the first match.
Are you sure?
That came after.
I thought the Death Riders were no.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad. I'm sorry. Wow. Oh,
that's fine.
that might
But
have
it's
been after.
I think it's
No,
the
I thought they're all
second
good.
match. It is. Yeah, I think it's the second match. The first match was
Okay.
the Continental Cup. So that was Jon Moxley versus Claudio Castagnoli.
That was Death
So
Riders, right? Yeah, Death Riders.
yeah, it's a Death Riders match, but they're not teaming this time. They're facing each other. That's something you get. That's something I always liked about the Continental Classic. You get matchups that you normally would never get on a regular Dynamite. Whenever they do this tournament, it's interesting. So the Continental Champion, Jon Moxley, he's trying to advance to the finals to defend his title. Claudio, he's trying to advance to the finals to maybe set a new champion. There was no bad blood here. They, they both know that it's every man for themselves in that ring, but once they leave the ring, they'll be back to being Death Rider brothers. Jon Moxley did get the win. He choked him out. He did the bulldog choke that he likes to do. There was no like shaking hands or anything after, just because Claudio passed out, But like I said, it was no bad blood. They seemed to just leave it all in the ring, and then made the best man win. Thoughts on? And by the way, I'll say this. I really, really liked this match. I am not the biggest fan of their styles together usually, because Claudio, sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of his style. Moxley, sometimes not the biggest fan of his. So I was worried that this match would be a little bit I was actually really impressed with this match. I thought it was fun. What are your thoughts, Mad Dog?
I was entertained. It's interesting
Aren't you?
that, like you said, the Continental Classic, is anybody versus anybody, right? We can have Don Callis versus Don Callis. We can have Death Riders versus Death Riders, right? These guys were always good. I love the swinging thing. Did you guys see that Cesaro with the swinging thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
He
with
always
the
does that.
with the legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And that's like my favorite thing, and the fact that Jon Moxley, you have to do a lot of trust with that. From what I've read over the years and seen on YouTube, there's got to be a lot of trust when he does that. And Moxley and Claudio, they trust each other so much to where Claudio can do that and make that look good. I thought it was a good match overall. Am I surprised? Moxley won. No, not really. I think it made sense, honestly. Yeah, from a standpoint, him going to defend. I think he's the defending champion, if I'm not mistaken. I think he won last
Moxley,
year,
yeah.
right? You guys can, yeah.
Moxley is.
Yeah.
So he's defending his title, so to speak. So yeah.
What about
very interesting. Yeah.
what about you, Bobby?
I thought it was a good match and everything. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of wouldn't mind if Claudio had won this. I would have been okay with that because
Right.
I feel like AEW's got to do something with Claudio. Yeah, he's with the Death Riders and all, but like the guy is super talented, for crying out loud. Like, can you not do something maybe? But I would have been. I wouldn't have mind seeing Claudio win this, but as Mad Dog said, I'm not surprised that Moxley won. He is the defending AEW Continental Champion, and he will take on the winner of Nigel McGuinness and Kyle O'Reilly, which happened later on tonight.
I know that Claudio.
I was surprised about that match. Honestly, I was surprised on that.
I was not. I
Good
called
match,
it.
but I was surprised.
We're
I was
not there
surprised.
yet, but I actually called it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I called the winner of that one. But Claudio, I know that he had a title with Ring of Honor and CMLL.
Yeah,
With
that's right.
with
Forgot
with
about
AEW, yeah, with AEW specifically though, I agree. I think
Didn't they win didn't he win the tag belts with Moxley once, right?
I
Or
was
was that
gonna say.
with right? Or was
I
that
don't
Moxley?
think
Or was
so.
that somebody else?
I was gonna say I
I
think
think
he's won a tag belt.
I
Yeah,
don't think
I
so.
don't know if it was John. I'm gonna Google that. You guys keep
Oh,
talking.
it says I'm
gonna
waiting for the
Google
day
that.
when Moxley loses. What happens? Well, that day happened when he lost the title. When he lost the world title.
Ah, that's funny. I like that.
Yeah, and so I thought that Moxley was going to turn babyface
Claudio.
and the Death Riders would turn on him. I thought we were going to get the Wild Thing entrance music back. Didn't happen. I will say I do. The Death Riders have really kind of they're not baby faces, but they
They're
play
tweeners.
they play a tweener role in a lot of scenarios. Sometimes they play heel, but they play a tweener role in a lot of scenarios, and I like the way that faction has kind of been able to evolve. But anyway, speaking of factions, the Don Callis family, which is basically a family of 1,000 people apparently. So we got Brian Cage, Jake Royal, and Rocky Romero. They're gonna do a triple tag team match against Adam Copeland and the Young Bucks. So we know that Adam Copeland and Christian, they're going to be defending the tag titles against the Young Bucks at All In. For today, they're teaming together. They have a common enemy in the Don Callis family. So what are you saying, Mad Dog?
Well, first of all, I gotta say, Bobby is correct. Claudio's never won the tag belts, but they have challenged multiple times with Wheeler Yuta, and there was another time with Pat. So, Bobby, you are correct. Claudio's never won the tag belt.
You see this little? You see what I'm pointing at here? It's all in the brain here. All this wrestling knowledge.
I'm glad you have it.
Where was that? Where was that at Family Feud, guys? Folks on my team. Anyways, let's move on.
Right. Those questions were hard. Okay, they were.
Name a multi-time AEW World Champion. That was difficult.
Kenny Omega. I said it.
Fair enough, Mad Dog.
But I thought
that should have been there. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. Why the hell? I can't even do it. Next. Anyways, this match, Adam Copeland and the Young Bucks, they did get the win. After the match, Christian Cage came out. He wasn't part of the match, but we know that even though Christian and Edge, Adam Copeland, they're together again. They're as a team, and they have the titles. And we know that Copeland is a babyface. Christian is still very much a tweener. He says that a lot of people call this match a dream match between them and the Young Bucks. He says that for him, it's just another day at the office. He's tired of the love fest. He's tired of playing buddy. He's ready to defend the titles, and he, in true heel fashion, he hits a nice low blow on one of the Young Bucks. I think it was Matt. So obviously, the other Young Buck came to avenge the brother. But then, Adam Copeland, he came and he tried to avenge Christian. And we know that he was a little bit frustrated with his teammate there for escalating things when he was trying to, I guess, be respectful. But I think Christian was being the amazing entertainer that he is. Don't nobody want to see that buddy shit. We want to see you guys feud. We want to see you guys be competitive. And he said, I'm not trying to be friends. I'm trying to win. So I think that this was interesting. But I do think it might foreshadow a loss, because if Edge and Christian are not on the same page, Christian hates the Young Bucks. Yeah, he does. He does. It's because he was a heel for a long time. Even when the Young Bucks turned babyface, they were feuding with Christian. So, if they're not on the same page, it could be something that the Young Bucks can exploit and end up winning at Sunday. But what are your words on this, Mad Dog?
So I can't wait for this, and I'm gonna say this and repeat myself tomorrow night when we do the prediction show. You guys are missing one key factor of this whole tag team mess. Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of "It's a Brand New Day"? Yes, it is. Yes, it really is. And it's
but he's supposed to be teaming with. They're supposed to be teaming with Swerve.
Yep.
Maybe. I still think, and everybody's been saying that. They've been saying that. And I've been hearing that for weeks now about them and Swerve. I've been hearing that for weeks. But I will say, if the Young Bucks win, if they debut with Swerve, you will get the Young Bucks tweet in their description a couple of years ago. We will face the New Day in AEW. This is going to happen.
That's some crazy manifestation.
This will happen. And I agree with you, Sharp. I don't want to spoil what I think. I think it could. I'm not saying they're my pick or not my pick. I'm saying it could happen on Sunday. That's all.
You know what? To your point, Mad Dog. I would love to
I
see
like
not
the
only
match
them
though. I thought the
against.
match was solid. I don't like the Don Callis family, so I'm glad that Hook won it and the Young Bucks won. So yeah.
Who likes the California family, honestly? But to your point, Mad Dog, I would
I
love
don't
to
know. I don't
see
know.
the Young Bucks take on the New Day. I would also love to see Edge and Christian take on the New Day. I don't know if we've ever seen that
I
matchup.
heard an interesting
Nope.
story. Before I get to Bobby, I do want to get Bobby's thoughts on this. I heard an
Yeah.
interesting story about Edge possibly retiring next year in
Well,
2027. I don't know how true
he
it
said
is,
he's going to
but
retire in AEW. So whenever that happens, it's going to be with the W.
I've
It's
heard
not gonna
next
be
year
with
now. I've heard that's the story. That's the story. But
But
what did you
anyway,
think of
Bobby,
all this?
what are your thoughts?
A lot. Unpack,
I
yes.
thought this was a really good match, and what happened afterwards. First off, Sheriff, what you said earlier, when normally before a big event like this, when someone goes against the opposing tag team, like if if they're teaming up before they face each other at a pay per view, normally after a match you do get to see like friction afterwards. So that's not uncommon in wrestling, and everything. That does happen a lot, so it's not really uncommon. So I knew it was going to happen, but yeah, I
Yeah.
do think this will
Does
be a great.
Who is
This will
this
be a great
person?
match.
Put user in timeout.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Diamond316
yeah.
has been banned and their comments removed. There we go. Goodbye, Diamond.
Diamond,
Anyways,
Diamond, come on,
Diamond,
Diamond.
you're not being you're not being very Diamond. You're not being
Why you gotta be a
Diamond's
hater,
our
man?
closest friend.
Diamond, why you gotta be a
Uh,
hater?
But
I gotta fix that. You guys do know that's Charmaine, right?
sorry.
Yeah, I know. Charmaine, why you gotta be
Oh,
a hater? Come on, man. You
I
gotta
don't
be.
know how
You're a
Wait,
you.
wrestling
she by the
fan.
way, by the way, it says Diamond31682 was banned and their comments removed. You do know that I clicked timeout. I didn't click ban. StreamYard, you dragged it. But anyways.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to figure.
Now,
I'm gonna have
now,
to
now,
talk
wait a
to
minute.
Chris about
Now,
that.
wait a minute.
But
Hold on. You didn't have to ban her and comments removed. Come
I'm
on,
saying I didn't ban her. I'm saying I put her in
Mad
timeout.
Dog. Come on,
I didn't
put
do
her
it. I
back.
didn't do it. I wasn't touching my thing, but I will
Oh,
try and
Mad
figure out how to
Dog.
get
Come
it back.
on.
Oh yeah,
Come
blame me.
on.
Okay.
No,
People are
I will.
no,
people
no,
are
no, no.
entitled to
Yes,
comment
Jeffrey,
what
that is
on here, what
Charmaine.
they want to
That's why I'm
comment.
trying
Come
to
No,
on.
fix
I
it.
think it was me, but I think StreamYard has a very different definition of timeout from the rest of us. Because timeout is like a
Yeah.
temporary thing.
Yeah.
Timeout is not a
Yeah.
ban.
Come on.
I'm
I've
gonna
been a
try and
mod in
fix
many
it.
things. I've been a mod on YouTube. I've been a mod on Facebook. Timeout never means ban. But Charmaine, you'll be back. Don't worry.
Well,
And also,
I'll figure it out. I'll figure
when
it
you come
out. I'll
back, you'll
figure
be
it
able
out.
to. No, the way to
See,
get her
this
to
is the
come
stuff.
back is
This is the
that
stuff Dave never taught me. Anyway, yeah, you guys keep talking.
in order to come back, she has to type that AEW is the best. Anyway,
Oh God.
the Young Bucks did tell, because we know that Edge and Christian are a legendary tag team, but to the Young Bucks' point, they're like, have you ever had a company named after you? Have you ever done that? And you know what? No, they haven't. They've never. It's all elite wrestling. It's not all Christian wrestling. It's not all Edge wrestling. So I guess we'll see what happens at All In. Another match at All In, Willow Nightingale, the AEW Women's World Champion, taking on Mercedes Moné, defending her title against Mercedes. She was set to come out and do kind of a promo similar to what Will Ospreay did. She didn't get to make it out because Mercedes attacked her backstage. She said she wanted to take away the time to talk to her fans. She wanted to wipe the smile completely off her face. She stomped on her hand. She said, I want to take away the use of your hand. She's basically saying, and I'm going to take your title. She's basically saying she wants to take everything from Willow. Probably because she feels like Willow has taken everything from her throughout the course of, their saga, their I guess the feud that they've had together over a long period of time. Whenever, things seem to be going wrong for Mercedes, Willow just always seemed to be there. So, put me as a mod. I think that would be cool if I knew how to do it. And I don't trust StreamYard to press any more buttons. I might fuck around and Jeffrey, you might get yeeted from the chat if I press any more buttons. So, but Bobby, I'll go to you first. What are your thoughts on that promo? Or I guess segment, I should say.
I did not appreciate that woman whose name I will not mention, and I still won't mention her name. You guys will never, ever, shout out to Chris Jericho, by the way, ever
That's
mention
all.
that woman's name
There
again.
she is, our
I
CEO.
did not appreciate her attacking
Oh,
the AEW Women's World
Right,
Champ Willow
right,
Nightingale.
right.
Hey, do you guys know this though? Before a pay-per-view event like this, do you guys realize if the challenger attacks the champion, that's a bad omen for what's going to happen at the pay-per-view? Huh? Huh?
yeah.
That usually means
That's
the champ
it's
retains.
exactly.
I
So,
In
mean,
general,
so,
whoever ends up
no,
looking the
no,
weakest on the go
no.
home show
That's
usually retains.
definitely
But
so
it says,
that
"Come on, Bobby,
woman
you can say
So,
her name
so
exactly, Dexter."
that woman whose name I will not mention, had no right attacking Willow Nightingale. When we do our predictions tomorrow, you know what? Screw that. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'm not gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. That just to get it out
uh,
there, so the UPR fans that are watching can know where I'm coming from.
uh,
That woman whose name I will not mention, the most overrated woman in the history of pro wrestling history, will not win the AEW Women's World title. Willow Nightingale will retain it.
What is your thoughts,
right.
Matthew?
Right. Okay. So Mercedes is winning at All In. We know this already.
I
This
agree.
is
I
happening.
agree.
This is
I
going to
agree.
happen. I'm calling it now. I'm sorry to do it the day before, whatever. I don't care. Mercedes is winning, and you have to respect our CEO. Okay, Bobby. Okay, first of all, second of all, package was good, I guess. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. Yeah.
I mean, I agree. There we have it. And it's interesting. I want to see. I still want to see more of Thekla because I really, really liked her
Oh
title
yeah,
reign.
Tekla's great, by the way. We are gonna get more of her, but I think she wants some time off, and honestly, she deserves that right
Exactly.
now.
She
So
had a nice run. But speaking of champions, so we know, like I said, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, they're going to compete for the world title at All In. There's also going to be a casino gauntlet match to see who's going to challenge the winner of that match. So Mark Davis, he's going to be competing in the casino gauntlet. He did draw a number,
mhm.
and he just said that the number basically is going to guarantee that he's going to be able to win he's going to be able to win the gauntlet. He says he's got a good placement. Other competitors in that match, we have Andrade, we have MJF, and we got to see both of them. So the music plays. We see uh, the music plays for Andrade, but MJF comes out, I should say, and so
Mm.
Andrade, he shows up later. So we see MJF come out, and he basically is imitating Andrade. So he's saying everything that he can do, I can do it better. I can come out and I can, I can say a stupid catchphrase. I can take pictures with the women in the crowd. He said it's a little bit difficult because it's Scotland, and so he said there's going to be few and far between pretty women. That was wild. He said this particularly about one woman. He said, I guess she'll do. He walked up to this one chick in the crowd. She looked very offended, highly offended. She was an amazing
Right,
actress. Get that
right.
woman an Oscar. She was very offended. And so, to obviously to show up to her rescue is the man himself, Andrade El Idolo. MJF, before he takes the picture, he asks the crowd to say his catchphrase, which in character is how you know. And the person who actually owns that catchphrase, Andrade, he appears behind MJF. He says it. MJF realizes that he's there, turns around, and yeah, we get Andrade taking him out. MJF, of course, runs away, scurries away, and yeah, we'll get to see them again come face to face in that match. But what are your thoughts, Mad Dog?
Right, yeah. So, I found out that this girl, I need to go look it up, but hold on, give me a minute. Let me there was this girl, I think, who was actually in the promo, who's actually a pro wrestler, I think in Australia, whatever. Let me see if
Usually, how
I
they
can get her
do.
name up. But yeah,
Usually,
she
it's
was
wrestlers that play the
another
extras.
one, and it was pretty cool to see her in like the background. I don't know what page I saw it on. There's so many pages here, but one of the pages I think had that girl, and I thought that was cool actually. But no, yeah, I thought this was fun. I don't know. Well, I don't know what they're gonna do. With the that's her name, Maddie Morgan. That's her name. Maddie Morgan was behind MJF tonight. That's who it was. Yeah, she's I believe from Lancaster, I think. And I know she's a British wrestler. She's got about 7,000, but I know she does a lot of like indie stuff over in the UK. So she was there tonight. She's probably gonna be there Sunday as well. I can only assume. But yeah, she I kind of familiar with her. I've actually followed her on Facebook, so I do kind of know. So but yeah, that's kind of cool that she was there. But besides that, though, I thought the segment was good. I mean, I don't know. You guys think MJF is gonna win, right? I mean, they have this whole tournament thing, right? He's got to be in it, right? This
I
whole
think Andrade is
casino
gonna
match,
win,
right?
I think
Really?
Andrade
You think
win.
Andrade? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind to see Andrade win, but I don't know. MJF, he wants that title, and him versus Will Ospreay might be a better match.
Was this you trying to say I have rights?
Oh, there you go. She's back.
You
I don't
do
know how I
have
got her back.
rights.
We got her back. There you go. There you go. Why she got back?
Bobby, what are your thoughts?
I guess you did put her in timeout, sure. See, StreamYard's back because she's back. So there you go. It actually did work.
StreamYard, so then that means their definition of
so
fan
no
is
more
weird.
button pushing, Sheriff Bobby trying to blame me over here. No more button pushing, Sheriff. All right.
Maybe the
Welcome
real
back,
culprit was
Charmaine.
Bobby. Dun, dun,
I
dun.
didn't do it. I didn't do it. I swear to
Whoa!
God.
Whoa!
But Bobby,
Alright.
what are your thoughts on
Seriously.
My thoughts on this promo, typical MJF promo. I think MJF is
That's
one of
fair.
the best heels. I think MJF is really one of the best heels in pro wrestling. I think he's better than a heel than he was a babyface a couple years ago when he teamed with Adam Cole, baby. But
That was so
yeah, I thought
terrible.
it was really good. And then Andrade sneaking in the back said, "How you know?" First off, my dog, how you know
Yeah.
MJF's gonna win? How you know? I got
Because I
got
think he's defending,
I
right?
got
Again, the
I got
defenders usually win, don't they?
I got to agree
Isn't
with
he win
Sheriff here.
last year, right?
Hold on, I got to agree with Sheriff here. I see Andrade win this thing, man. I think Andrade's. I could see Andrade pull this out.
and how you know?
Yeah, how you know?
So we actually got another segment after this. Mad Dog, you're gonna like this one. We got the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Le Champion, the Lionheart. We got Chris Jericho. Okay, he entering the Casino Gauntlet, but to make
Yes.
things interesting, to make things interesting ahead of the show, he wanted to do a trios match. So he spoke to Tony Khan. He's going to team up with Speedball and Commander, other competitors in the match, to take on Tommaso Ciampa, Nick Wayne, and Mark Davis, other competitors in the match. So basically everyone besides Andrade and MJF, and that's going to be on Collision, I believe.
That is going to be on Collision, and I'm actually really excited for that. Oh my God, we're getting more Jericho.
Oh, that's a cute
by
dog,
the way,
Tommy.
I do have to say, Jericho is fantastic, and anybody can disagree. Oh well. Anyway, I have to say that before we even get into Jericho's promo and all that, I loved it. But Jericho said something really cool this morning. I don't know if you guys are aware. Dolly Parton passed away at the age of 80 yesterday. Jericho actually said she was like the country music of like pro wrestling. Like he went into this whole thing of like how big she was and how cool she was when Jericho met her and stuff like that. Jericho was on, I think, the radio this morning just talking about her, and I really thought it was a touching tribute by Orla Champion. But going back to his segment tonight, I'm not surprised he's going to be in the match. And you guys don't know. What if he wins the Battle Royale? What if he is my pick? You guys don't know this tomorrow night. Well, who my pick is? Well, actually,
How you know?
It probably is Jericho.
How you know?
How
you know?
Seriously, I like this. I think it's gonna be a fun trios match on Collision, and it just gets you excited for more of All In. And yeah, it's great to see Jericho back because he could have took the money and went to the E, and he didn't do that. He stayed with AEW, and it just shows that he wants better stories than the crap they're putting out in the E right now. So yeah.
I
What'd you
mean, he
think,
ain't
Bobby?
said a lie.
I
Never do.
thought it was a good promo by Jericho and everything, and I have to pay homage to Jericho again. You know, I had to say that. Sorry. Shout out Jericho. Hey, you're the man. You rule. By the way, I've seen your band perform one time when they were here in Charlotte,
Lucky
North
you. I've
Carolina.
never. I tried.
When they were
I
here in
wanted to,
Charlotte,
but-
North Carolina, you rock. By the way, you are awesome. Yeah, come on, baby.
The
But
Judas.
yeah.
So
Fozzy,
But I
right?
thought it was a good promo.
I like some Fozzy songs. Well, actually, really like two, but
Actually, Corn Your Own Cactus, Katie Shots, the Monday Night Raw Rated R review show. They're foggy, not fuzzy. They're foggy. We gotta find that commercial somewhere. I have it somewhere in my files.
I was gonna say that's a funny clip. At that, yeah.
That is a great clip. I have it somewhere in my files. I have all the
We,
files of like, all of our stuff. I gotta find it. Put it back in here.
We miss Cactus Katie over
anyway.
here at the UPR.
Shout out to her and the Rated
UPR
R
review
review
show.
crew. Yeah, Monday night. Check them
Love you,
out.
Katie.
Percy and Willie
Anyways,
doing that now.
we mentioned this earlier, but the other semifinals match for the Continental Challenge, Kyle O'Reilly versus Nigel McGuinness. I would have been okay with either person winning, but I figured that Nigel McGuinness would win because I think Nigel is on a bit of a retirement tour, and Tony Khan likes to give
I didn't know
people
that.
retirement runs. I mean, the guy is 50, and they were doing the injury
Is he that
storyline.
old? There's no way.
I know he looks really
No.
good for his age, but the guy is 50.
No. Nigel
50,
McGuinness
50,
age.
50 spins around the world.
No, there's no way. Is he really 50?
Way.
Holy hell, he is 50. No shit. Wow, I learned something new tonight, dog. Wow.
So he's 50 and he still got it because he did defeat Kyle
Looks
O'Reilly. This
great.
was actually
Wow.
this was one of the I really like this match. This is a very because these two have a very similar wrestling style. It's very technical, but I think that they're just very good at ring psychology. They know how to pace a match to make it interesting and keep the audience hooked. 50 is not old, but it's old in a wrestling context. Most people are retiring from wrestling at 50. Like, this is a retirement tour. And he won with a broken freaking ankle. Yes, he did. The storyline is going. He's working through this injury. He's still limping, but he still got it. He did. He was able to submit. He actually submitted Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly is usually used to being the one to submit people with the ankle lock. Funny enough, and we know that he has an injured ankle. He tapped out Jon Moxley with that ankle lock. I think twice, if not three times.
That's nasty. That's a nasty move right there.
So he could have, if he advanced to the finals, maybe he could have won. But we're doing a prediction show, but Bobby jumped the gun, so I'm gonna do it too. I think Nigel McGuinness gets the title. But what are your thoughts?
Over Moxley? No way. Come on.
Yes,
Come on, over their creative golden child. No way. Moxley's like their Roman Reigns. There's no way.
No, Moxley actually wrestles. So, but what are your thoughts?
Wow, sir. That hurts my soul when Roman's gonna be main eventing Survivor Series at War Games. Wow. Yeah.
All right. My thoughts on
don't
this
forget,
match was
Roman's wrestling 2 weeks, by the way, in Mexico. So don't forget about that, Sheriff.
Mute it up. We're listening to Bobby now. Good, Bobby.
All right, my thoughts on this match. I thought it was a really good match, back and forth and everything. I really thought Kyle O'Reilly was going to win because there's a history there with him and Moxley. There's history with Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, that would have made sense, Yep. But
Moxley already got his defense, so.
Yeah, but I didn't expect Nigel to win.
Isn't Kyle on the card? Right? Kyle's defending his belt, right? I could be wrong, right? Kyle's on the card. Am I wrong? Kyle's on the card, right? Kyle O'Reilly, he's on the card. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's on the All-In card, right? He's defending his belt. Jeffrey, tell me I'm wrong. I think
Kyle O'Reilly doesn't have
Kyle's on the belt.
I was gonna say,
are you talking about
an independent belt, like outside of AEW? Because he doesn't.
Am I talking? Yeah, I thought he was on this card for some reason.
Or is it like Ring of Honor or something?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is he in
I,
like the
I
Steel
wanna,
Gauntlet match? I thought he was gonna be
yeah.
in something. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
yeah,
I
if he
thought he
has a
was in
belt, it's
something.
not an AEW belt.
But yeah, I thought this.
Oh,
I
am I
was
thinking of
surprised.
Kyle
Not
Fletcher?
Yeah,
Am I
different.
thinking
No,
of
no,
Kyle
no.
Fletcher? I think I'm thinking of Kyle Fletcher, right? Is that the
Oh,
one?
you're probably thinking of
Um,
Fletcher. You are probably thinking of
right?
Fletcher.
The other Don Callis family dude, right? I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. That's the
Yeah.
other
Okay. All
Kyle.
right. I got the two
There's Kyle
confused.
O'Reilly. There's
Okay.
Kyle
Right.
Fletcher. There's
Okay. All right.
Kyle
I
Kingston.
got
um.
them
AWA.
It,
confused. I think one of them
anyways,
is on the card. I know that. Yeah.
I was surprised Nigel won this. But as Sheriff
Mm.
said, I think this is his retirement tour. So it's Nigel against Moxley in the finals at All In.
50. Wow. I just can't believe that. God, he looks so good for 50. Damn, dude. Like, it's crazy. Blows my mind. Yeah. Uh,
So So, anyways, this is the. You were just talking about this. I think that this is why
that's what it was,
you
Jeff. Thank
confused
you.
it. So the next segment I just realized is Kyle Fletcher talking about.
Okay, that's okay. All
So I
right.
think
I'm
that that's
glad.
why
Okay.
you.
Okay. That's why. Yep.
Because when I
Yep.
just looked at that note, I was like,
God.
oh, that's
Yeah.
probably why
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So this is the other Kyle,
And
Kyle Fletcher. He is the international champion. So he's
he
gonna
has a
be-
match, right? He has a match on Sunday, right? I'm not crazy.
Correct.
Right? Okay. All right.
So
Good.
he's gonna. It's a
I knew
triple threat.
somebody did. Thank God I'm not insane. Okay,
It's a
great.
triple threat, and it's a family affair because it's all Don Cal. Well, Takeshita's not in the Don Callis
Former,
family
right?
anymore,
It's
so
former,
scratch
right?
that.
He's
It's
former,
going to be
right?
Okada and
Yeah.
Takeshita, and Kyle Fletcher competing for the Nigel might win. Yeah, I think so. Competing for the title, and so Okada tells Fletcher that he can because they're no. This is remarkable Renee
Okay.
Paquette. She's interviewing
Yeah.
Don Callis and Kyle, and Okada tells him, that he can trust him. And Kyle's like, what exactly can I trust you to do? Number one,
Mm.
it's every man for themselves in that match. Number two, he was nowhere to be seen when Takeshita jumped him last week. So Kyle Fletcher, it seems like there's fighting in the family. Doesn't seem like they're very much on the same page, and it is really going to be every man for themselves on
Poor
Sunday.
Don Callis.
Bandana shirt that was
Poor
fresh.
Don Callis.
Okada's
Feel bad for him.
merch has been like really really fire, and his fits and stuff. But yeah, do you guys have
Yeah,
any
he's been good.
thoughts? This was
Yeah.
the go home segment for this. So any thoughts on that, guys?
Yeah. Again,
thought-
Bobby, you go first.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good backstage segment and everything. Don Callis playing it up. No wait, yeah, Don Callis was back there. That's right. And Kyle Fletcher, international champ, talking. I think Okada was trying to keep it at peace, saying that no matter what happens, that basically saying that either him or Kyle, Kyle either retains his belt or Okada wins it. It's going to be kept in the Don Callis family.
Okay.
So I think that's what Okada was trying to do, and Kyle was like, not having none of that. Nope, this is my belt, or something along the lines. But it was what it was.
Right. I'm gonna I'm gonna agree with Bobby here. It was what it was, but they really didn't show the former Takeshita side of this, right? There's this whole other aspect where he wants vengeance against both of these guys, right? Like he wants to, kick the living crap out of both of these dudes because of what they did to him, and I don't blame him. And honestly, if we're throwing out there, I think he ends up taking the belt off of both of them because honestly, Kyle Fletcher doesn't need the belt right now. And Okada most certainly doesn't need the belt, I think, again or whatever, because I think he had it like twice or whatever. I could be wrong, I don't know. But Takeshita, I think he deserves the belt out of all of this. But honestly, this should be a great match because all three of them had, like Jarrett was saying earlier in the show, they all have that same style of wrestling. And I'm excited to see them. I think it's gonna be might be one of the best matches on Sunday. Because they all, even Kyle Fletcher has that same style of wrestling. So which is that New Japan kind of different type of techniques, more like a Bryan Danielson type of style, more than the powerhouse style we have with some of the other guys on the roster. So yeah, I definitely excited for that match too. But yes, that's what I think about. It did what it had to do, but like you guys said, though, I have to say there's a lot of tension in Don Callis family. They're breaking up, and I hope it's sooner than later because I just can't stand them being 20 people
I
in this
I
match.
think
Jeffrey sees it too. Lots of tension.
I think I don't know who brought it up, but I think I it might have been me that brought it up that said there's been tension within the Duncast family. I
Yeah,
could be
right.
wrong,
Oh, that was
but
me. But,
It was you last week.
oh,
Yeah,
that was you,
you said
Sheriff.
that last
oh,
week.
I thought you were talking
Oh, it
about
was you.
tonight.
No, I was talking
No,
about
I thought you guys
how I
talked about
think
last week.
yeah about how there's been ascension within the Duncast family. I don't know if that was you, Sheriff, that has brought it up or me. I don't know, but
But
It
anyways,
definitely
so
is, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
and something that is worth noting is that we don't really know who Maya World is going to defend her title against, if she's going to be competing at All In. She said that her desired opponent would be Athena. And, you can want what you want, but that doesn't mean that's what you're going to get. Because I think that she's going to be defending, I don't think this is announced yet. I do think she's going to be defending her title against Persephone. The reason I think that is because the next match was the Brawling Birds, Alex Windsor, Jamie Hayter, with Maya World versus Divine Dominion, Lena Cross, Megan Bain, with Persephone. And not only did the heels win this match, Persephone pinned Maya World in this match. And when you pin the champion, you get a title shot. So I think that that's what they're setting up for Sunday, her defending her title against Persephone. These are two young competitors that they've been investing a lot in. Maya World recently, Persephone a lot recently. And Persephone is a champion in CMLL. That's why she has her belt. I don't think she's going to be defending hers. I think if the match does happen, it'll just be a TBS championship match. And I would like to see Maya World keep the title for a while. I think it's a fresh face, a fresh champion, lots of fresh matchups. And whenever I see her in the ring, even when she was doing the tag stuff, it was always fun. I still remember that Divine Dominion tag team match. She competed in on a pre-show, and that ended up being one of the best matches on the card. That match was so fun. I thought it should have been on the main card. So I'm excited for this. I hope they make that match, and a big fan of exactly Persephone and Maya. They're only getting better. I bought her first piece of merch. I bought her shirt. It's in the mail. It's on the way. And I'm excited. If I can, I'll wear it on Sunday when I go watch All In. But what are your thoughts on this match, guys?
Do I go first, Bobby, and then
yeah, I'll go first. I thought this
yeah.
was a really good match. Yeah, I kind of knew the heels was going to win it there at the end. Usually that's how it is sometimes before a pay-per-view. It's really not surprising. Once again, if a champion, if the heels pin the other team before pay-per-view, and especially before title defense, that's a bad sign. Once again, so we'll see what happens when we do our prediction show tomorrow night. But
Yes.
just saying.
Yeah, so I thought the match was good, right? I do want to say that. I love, I love, the Divine Dominion. I just love them so much. I just love Megan Bain. Just Megan Bain. I'm so pissed because Megan Bain's going to Comic Con, but she's going to Comic Con. She's going to New York Comic Con, but she's going to Comic Con on Sunday, not Saturday. I'm going on freaking Saturday, so I'm so pissed. I'm missing her, but I heard badass Billy Gunn from AEW is going to be there. X-Pac from WWE and X-Pac, I should say X-Pac or X-Pac, whatever. And I believe Road Dogg's going to be there too on Saturday. So I'm actually excited to meet those guys from from DX. But I will say I'm a little pissed about Megan, but not being there Sunday. But anyway, not the point. Point is, I love this. I love Divine Dominion. I think they're freaking great. Brawling Birds, they're okay to me. The My World percent, I kind of agree with you guys. I think that's what they're doing. And honestly, I don't think we're going to get that match announced tomorrow. So we can bring it up tomorrow night. I just want to throw that out there now. I think AEW is going to announce it on Collision. I think that's what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna make the match official on Saturday night when they got all eyes watching on them for the last Collision show before before All In. But I don't think we're gonna get the announcement tonight or tomorrow unless they made the announcement. I don't know. Maybe Jeffrey can help us with that. They made the announcement, but I don't think they did. I think they're gonna wait till Saturday. So so when we do the prediction show, we can bring it up. But like I said, I'm not gonna have a graphic for it because I think they're announcing this Saturday. I really don't. But I'm gonna look now and make sure that they announced it tonight. But I don't think they did yet. Yeah.
Anyways, are we ready for the main event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We got Jungle Man, not Jungle Boy, Jungle Man, Jack Perry taking on Swerve Strickland, and this is kind of because this isn't really a go home match, which was interesting for the main event of this show, but this is more like a grudge feud. These guys have been button heads the last few weeks, so like we mentioned earlier, we do think that Shane Strickland is going to be somehow, some kind of way teaming with New Day. I think he's going to be in the trios title picture. With Rodito and Hangman and just I think that's going to be the transition for Swerve. Where Jack Perry goes from this, not entirely sure. Maybe he also gets back. Maybe he gets back when Luchasaurus returns and they get another third. Maybe Marco Stunt comes
back. Is he hurt right now, Luchasaurus? Right. That's why they're not doing anything in the tag team. Right. Yeah. That's.
He got hurt again.
I did hear possibly something about that. Yeah.
But Swerve Strickland did win this match tonight, but he showed respect to him after the fact. It doesn't seem like there's lingering bad blood. They didn't really leave us off on much of any kind of cliffhanger. I don't know if that is a story that's going to continue. This was an interesting way to end a go home show. But in a vacuum, this was a good match. This was a fun match, and this was a fresh matchup. We don't really see Jack Perry take on Swerve, so this was really fun. I liked it. Both of these guys are really over. The crowd loves them, but I think the crowd was more in favor of Swerve here, even though Swerve is kind of like a heel. And playing the tweener thing, and he leaned into it. He shook hands with Jack. It was all good stuff. So thoughts on this main event, Mad Dog? We'll go to you first.
Right. So couple things, right? You guys say earlier in the show, and I gotta bring it up again. Swerve Strickland is bringing a brand new day, that the Spider-Man movie, hope we don't get copyrighted, to AEW. Why is Swerve Strickland bringing a new day to AEW? Because, Sheriff and Bobby, it's a brand new day. Yes, it is. Because the timeline adds up from what we know from the sources. The sources say the timelines are adding up. The contracts are done and dusted. Everybody's signing on dotted lines. They're going to be there at some capacity. I agree with you guys. Everybody's saying it's going to be, they're going to be with Swerve. But I do see that if the Bucks win those tag belts, the New Day and the Bucks are going to have one of the best matches. That might be next year's All In for all I know. Okay. And then that is a Mania caliber match in All Elite Wrestling for sure. But as for Swerve, this is where he's going to go. He's going to become this new faction. I just don't know what they're going to call themselves. But man, they're going to be awesome in this new, whatever you want to call it, this new faction, this is going to bring a whole new like era to AEW that AEW desperately needs right now. And Jack Perry, I kind of agree with you, Sharp. I don't know what they're going to do with them. Maybe he'll be in the gauntlet match on Sunday until Luchasaurus gets back. I think if he is injured, I think the injury's weighing him down. The match was fun. From what I saw, I was running back and forth. I was doing some dishes, honestly, during it, so I got to see the whole match. But I liked it. I just can't wait for Swerve to bring New Day in, man, or whatever they're going to call themselves. I can't say New Day anymore, but yeah. What did you think, Bobby, of all this?
I thought it was a really good match. A little cliff note: every time Jack Perry comes out, with his song dun, 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 whoa 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 whoa. I ain't gonna lie. I get
Come on,
down
Sheriff, you're
with
not
it.
doing it
I
with
get down.
us.
I start singing it. Come on, Sheriff, join in. Whoa whoa
Come on.
whoa
There you go,
whoa whoa. There you
yeah.
go. But I enjoyed this match. It was
She's
really
never been.
good.
Oh,
I found
threw
it.
that shirt out, by the way.
Yeah.
I found it interesting how in this match the fans were behind Swerve when he's really a
That's right.
heel.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, the
which
fans were really behind him.
yeah, but
I think it's just
UK
because he's a bigger name, right?
the
I think
people
It's
that's
exactly what
why
it
he's a
is.
bigger
Yeah.
name over
yeah
there. Yeah, yeah.
I think what it is like anytime they're like in another country and everything, those
Mhm.
fans are going to cheer regardless if you're a heel
Yes.
or babyface. So it really doesn't
Right.
matter. But
Mhm.
it was a good match. Swerve winning, a little bit of a shocker. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing Jack Perry picked up the win because I feel like he does need some little bit of momentum, something. But while Luchasaurus is on the sideline,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
you know, it was a really good match. Um, I guess should we go ahead and what grade we give this go home Dynamite, Sheriff?
Actually, before we do that, there's one more piece of Dynamite we had to
Oh,
close the show,
oh, that's right, the
which
video
was
package.
actually
I'm
probably
sorry.
the best part of the show, let alone the best package I've seen probably of 2026, Sharp. I told you earlier before we went on the air, and I think I'd say even on the air, this package, before you get into it, Sharp, I have to say was better than anything WWE has put out in 2026 when it comes to packages, even better than the Roman and Seth story they did at SummerSlam. This package between Will and Kenny was fire. That's all I gotta say, man.
It was like a music
Yeah.
video. I love when I wish people would do this more, like the video packages where you take like a song and you it's like a highlight reel of the whole feud, and you basically you use the song to basically tell the story of why the
Right.
two people are feuding in general. I agree with you.
Yes.
This was good stuff, especially because, like you said, Kenny was not even on the show. This is the go
Right.
home show, and they still managed to really, really, really solidify that main event for the biggest pay per view of the year. Breaking Dawn.
We saw him training. I will give you that,
That's so.
Bobby. We
Oh,
saw
not the
Kenny training.
Twilight.
Oh,
New Day.
we saw,
Old Night. Instead of
we
New Day,
saw
it's Old
Kenny
Night.
training. A lot in this package. I'll tell you
And maybe
guys
that's why he
that.
wasn't
Yeah,
there. Yeah. And
that could
actually,
be. That could be.
and Bobby, what do you think about the
I really enjoyed this video package. I really
Mhm.
enjoyed it. I liked how they brought up their rivalry back in New Japan Pro Wrestling, the
Yeah.
matches they had there. Um, they're great. I mean, those were really, really great matches.
Bloody
Anybody
too,
can,
by the way. Very bloody.
yeah.
From what I remember. Yeah.
Really well done. And you know what? This video package reminded me of not really a match, a hype up match WWE did back in the day, but the My
hmm
Sacrifice, the Desire. I don't know if you guys remember the Desire video vignettes they did with Creed. The song My Sacrifice.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I might. I think I might. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, where you had Stone Cold and Triple H out there. I
Yes.
thought just like the song they had in this one, it kind of reminded me of the
Yeah.
Desire
hmm
Creed, My Sacrifice WWE had back in the day. For those that don't remember, go on YouTube. It's on there. You can find anything on YouTube. I mean, come on. Anyways, back to this. Great video package. Awesome, well done. AEW, like, man, you guys do good work. Tony Khan, you're
Yeah.
doing good. I haven't said nothing bad to you, Tony Khan. You've been doing all right. But the only problem I got, you go over a certain time after Dynamite, I think me and Chef had discussed this before. If I'm not mistaken, you do this, Tony Khan. That's the
too
only
many
problem.
times.
And they
More
Yeah.
ended
than
somewhat
once.
on time today. They ended somewhat on time.
Yeah, they
somewhat.
did on time today.
But
So
they
Tony
still were
Khan,
over. Still were over.
y'all were still over. Tony Khan, you got to fix that. But other than that, that's the only thing I've been critical of you about. But other
Last
than
week
that,
was crazy when they were starting the main event
That's
at 10.
wild
I was
because
like,
there's so
damn.
much more I can think of off the top of my head that they need to do right now. But yeah.
Anyway, let's do grades. For a go home
Yes.
show, honestly, I'm giving this a B. The main event could have been stronger. Well, the main event was fine in a vacuum. It just didn't really lead into the pay per view. So for a go home show, and I think that we could have had better. I think we could have had more oomph in this go home show. I thought the storytelling on the go home show was really good, and the matches that we did have were fun. But I just think that for a go home show to All In, I think that AEW, I'm holding them to their own standard. I've seen them do better than this, so I'm gonna give it a B. What say you, Mad Dog?
This and this is crazy that I'm actually going to do this. This gets a B plus for me just for that package alone. That package actually leading into All In. That's the package that we're probably going to see it again on Sunday, and that's fine. I'm not going to lie, it's a great package. This got me excited for the match even more. Now remember, I'm already excited. We have two of the best technical wrestlers fighting, and it could be one of the bloodiest matches we've ever seen. That it could go for an hour and a half for all we know. And I don't think there's going to be a time limit on this match. This is going to be one of the best matches, probably match of the year, even possibly. We could even say that. But right now, that height's definitely a B. The matches on this show, B plus for me, like I said. And the matches were B, but B plus overall. But matches were fun. The promos could have been a bit better, I think, honestly. But yeah, I enjoyed tonight. I think, but like you said, Sharp, they've done so much better in the past. And honestly, I thought they were gonna bring back some heavy hitters. They didn't really do that tonight. So I'm hoping they do that Sunday.
Bobby?
all right. So you guys are gonna find this shocking. I'm actually gonna give this a B plus.
No,
You guys having higher ratings than me for an AEW show is hilarious.
No. Well, why?
Do we gotta drink
Hold
rum
on.
and Red Bull to this one?
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Why am I giving this a B plus? One, it's the go home show for AEW's their version of WrestleMania. Two, they were in another country in Glasgow, Scotland.
That's right.
And those fans were pumped, all jacked up for tonight's show. And three, as Mad Dog said earlier, the video package of Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. That for me, well, beside the show itself was good, but that video package I think gives it a B plus for me. So I gotta go with B plus. I will say though, I can go ahead and give you guys the card for AEW Collision while we're at it.
Go ahead.
This Saturday night, guys, AEW Collision will be this Saturday live on TNT, 24 hours away from AEW's version of WrestleMania, All In, live from Wembley Stadium in London, England. The lineup, as Sheriff said earlier, we have Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller. Come on, baby. And Commander and Mike Bailey faces Nick Wayne, Tommaso Ciampa, and Mark Davis. We have the most overrated woman in the history of wrestling, whose name I will not mention.
You mean
Sheriff,
CEO Mercedes Monet? I will say it for you, Bobby. Our CEO.
Well, you know what?
There she is, our CEO. Do it with us. Come on now. Yes, absolutely, sure.
CEO. Put some respect on the CEO.
I mean,
no.
You got to, man.
Acknowledge her.
The best in the business.
No, I will never.
Baby, the ones.
In the words of Chris, in the words of Chris Jericho, I will never, ever acknowledge the most overrated woman in the history of pro wrestling. But she will take on Al Dawn. I don't know much about this woman's wrestler, Al Dawn.
You mean
Maybe you
also
guys can.
Dawn? I believe she
Wait,
used
you
to
Yeah,
said.
be
yeah.
a WWE
Asla,
Wait, you
as
said. You said. Wait, you said Abaddon.
no, Al. I
Okay.
thought it
I
was
believe
Al
If you
Dawn,
guys
I think
but
remember
he's talking.
Abaddon,
Asla.
she was freaky looking.
Yeah.
I do.
Anyways,
I do remember her. Yeah. I think she's
anyways, we
freaky.
got Takesha against the most overrated woman in pro wrestling's husband, the Beast Mortis,
He's back. I thought
if
he
you
was
will.
injured. Holy hell! Wow. I didn't even know he's
Wow.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
He's back on Collision.
And
That's
then
crazy.
we will hear, and last but not least, we will hear from the TNT champion Kevin Knight before his I believe it's a no DQ or a Falls Count Anywhere match he has with Darby Allin at All In for his TNT championship. But yeah, that is the lineup for Collision.
Oh, Elsa Dawn. Okay, Sheriff. You know who she was? She was with Alba Fire. She was the other one.
I
Okay. Oh yeah.
I remember her. I
I
remember
just
her
looked it
because
up on.
Jeffrey put
I
the
just looked
name.
it up.
I
Yeah,
could not understand what Bobby
Just
was
looked
saying.
it up on Fightful. Yeah, there. Yeah, okay. I know what you're
I
talking
remember
about.
her. Yeah.
Bobby, she was the one. If you remember, Alba Fire, they used to have like this tag team. I could send you the video. It didn't
Okay,
last long.
I know.
They fired her. Yeah.
No, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It
She
just now hit
that
me.
is Elsa Dawn. Yeah.
Okay.
That she's versing our CEO by the way. So I just had to look that up.
You know what?
And our
If you
CEO
guys
is gonna win. She's from the UK.
it,
Yeah.
hold on, whoa. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
she is from
Before
the UK.
we
That's right.
whoa. Time out here. Time out. Whoa. If you guys love the most overrated woman so much, why don't y'all hang out with her? Okay.
And she
Bobby,
Why
would.
don't
I
wh-
She would
tried,
probably
but I
charge us a
could
lot of
not
money
get
to do
tickets to
that.
Comic Con that year. I was out. Okay, fun facts with Mad Dog here. Mad Dog was out in Hollywood that year for his cousin's wedding. Actually, this was the same year CM Punk got fired from AEW. Mercedes was going to Comic Con that year. I couldn't go because I did not have the money. Because of that LA trip. So because of my cousin's wedding. I blew all the money out in LA, so I couldn't get tickets to Comic Con that year. But Mercedes was there, and I was so pissed because I wanted to meet her so bad because I wanted to sign the Star Wars action figure I have of her. So, but still wanted to go back, but so far she's not. So yeah.
And I was there
But
live in Boston for her AEW debut. I held a sign and everything. Money Monet, okay?
why am I not?
I love it.
Boston.
Why am I not?
I
BOSS.
love it. I love it.
Whoa. Hold on. Jeffrey said, Bobby, I will
Yeah.
buy you a.
Monet
Not
puppet.
saying the name puppet
I
that's
love
on
it. I
AEW
love it.
Shop.
The one
No.
from Harley Cameron.
Those are expensive.
Me
Man,
and
those
Katie
are
used to always
expensive.
say we want one of those.
I'd rather have
Those
a
are
Harley
expensive,
Cameron.
man.
I'd rather have a Harley Cameron one. Thank you very much.
They're expensive, those puppets, man. They're expensive.
Anyways, thank you. Well, if you don't have the Monet money to buy it, then that's on you. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you for the prediction show. Possibly, maybe, but you'll definitely see them for sure.
Right.
And
Before we go, I do want to say I do have a little couple of stories since I didn't do it last night because NXT didn't happen. Hopefully they'll happen next week. Stay tuned to our socials for that, please. I have a couple of stories I want to share with you guys. I do not have my segment in here, but next week I will add my video back. I did not have time tonight. I
the
was
news with
playing
Mad
too much.
Dog. The news with Mad
Yeah,
Dog.
it's back on the air here, Sheriff, because I'm no longer on NXT now. I'm here again, so I gotta re-add everything. I thought I did, and I looked in the studio for the video. It's not here, so but I do have some stories. Apparently, there is no truth to yesterday's story about WWE and ESPN breaking off. The story is false. Everybody retracted it, and from what Wrestling News Co. said, there is zero truth to this story and about ESPN not renewing WWE. It's all BS. Apparently, it was all this BS rumor stuff, and ESPN's very happy with the WWE numbers right now. Apparently, they're very, very happy, and they're happy they just got NXT. Now, I have to say, Bailey, what's going on? You guys are probably wondering what the hell is going on with Pamela. She's still signed under WWE. This is what I know. She's negotiating with them for a new deal. They don't want to give her more. She wants more. I think she walks. I think we see her in AEW next year. I do not think it's going to happen this year. I don't. Sheamus, Dragunov, New Day, they're all showing up on Sunday, one way or another. Pamela or Bailey? No, guys, I don't think
I don't
so.
think we need Ilya, unfortunately, but he's fine.
So apparently we do have Drew McIntyre is back in the States and has wrapped up his commitments, and WWE just needs to figure out how to bring him back. This next story, this doesn't happen on Sunday, guys, and I will say this more tomorrow night on the prediction show. If you please join us tomorrow night, 9 p.m. for myself and Bobby and Sharp. You're welcome to join too if you can. Britt Baker, if she does not come back on Sunday,
oh my
I'm
goodness.
sorry, Sharp. She is going to WWE.
Well, I don't know about that.
She does not come back.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
She's going
that.
to the E.
I don't know about that, Mad
I think
Dog.
she's going to the E. Because
She might not be in AEW anymore, but I don't think she's going to WWE. No shot.
They want her bad. From what
Congratulations.
I know,
They can want what they want, but does she want them? Does she want them?
She took some answers from the fans. She got some questions from the fans today, and somebody said they want her back, and she wrote same.
She wants to be in AEW. Not only does she want to be in AEW, Britt Baker, and this is not speculation, she has said this. Britt Baker is a dentist. She wants to have the option of still being a full-time dentist. That's what she went to school for. That's what she trained for. That's what she spent money to learn how to do. WWE's schedule would not allow that, all right? Therefore, I say all this to say, I don't see her going to WWE. I see her as an AEW girl. If she comes back to wrestling, it'll be in AEW. And I want to see Britt Baker back. I've always said that multiple times.
I want to see her Sunday, man. Sunday would be the show. Jeffrey, I was talking to a buddy about that, about the Rebel show. I was talking to a friend about that yesterday. About that. That could happen. That could happen.
I think she's going to be on the. I do think she's going to be on the Rebel show. I do believe that. If not wrestling,
yeah.
And I think I want to. Why is she? Whatever. We'll talk about it another time. But it's 11.
Apparently, Sheriff, it's because she wants to do this whole dentist thing, right? But
that's what I've been telling you.
But apparently, it's also Tony Khan has nothing for her. There's no creative stories for her right now.
I think it started out with tension backstage, and then she fell out of storyline.
I think if Mercedes beats Willow, which I think is a strong possibility. Sorry, Bobby. I know I had to bring her up. I think we might see Britt come back.
I don't think you should do that again.
History.
Because she came back like that the first time. You got to do something different.
I don't think honestly, it's all in.
And that first return was amazing because nobody saw that
care. So,
and I was there live. Good times.
But the last thing I have, guys, I don't know if you heard this. AEW is going to France. This is nuts, man. AEW is going to announce Grand Slam France October the 6th. It's running their first show over in France, and it's set to be the Adidas Arena in Paris, France on Tuesday, October 6th. Dynamite and Collision will be taped at the event, and it'll be the 9th Grand Slam series, and the first held in France.
Bonjour, oui.
I wonder what time it is in France, because it is 11:30 here, and we're ready to go to bed.
Yes, it is.
So thank you for those news stories, Mad Dog. We are
excited. Of course. I'm excited for next week.
In AEW, we're excited to see New Day in AEW, Ilya Dragunov in AEW, Britt Baker back in AEW. We are excited to see AJ Styles eventually leave WWE and come to AEW. So thank you guys.
That's not happening. That's not happening. You wish. You'll get Sheamus before you get AJ. Okay?
And you thought Chris Jericho was coming back to WWE. Womp womp. Thank you, guys.
They teased us. They teased us. Jericho fucking teased us. Jericho
Anyways.
said, "Hey, I might," and then he did that. So, you know.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Before we get
We'll
off,
see
I
you
do have
guys.
to make the announcement about our shows. We have so many shows on the channel. I don't know why she always does this when I'm trying to do this. This is a very important part of we have on Monday nights the Radar Review show with Zia Silent, Cactus Katie, Steven Willie Beeman. Tuesday nights we have Wrestling Doll with a surprise guest host because I'm no longer on NXT. I'm here now. So please join Wrestling Doll with whoever they get for NXT. I think Cactus Katie might fill in that next week, or Jeffrey. So or Gene. So fill in for that. So watch that Tuesday nights. Wrestling Doll is amazing. Wednesday nights, you can catch us here with the Sheriff over there. Bobby down below, Bobby Steele, that's the Sheriff. I'm Mad Dog. We host the AEW All the AP podcast right after AEW every single week, 10:15. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., Bobby and myself, Sheriff, you're welcome to join if you can make it. We'll be doing the AEW All-In Prediction Show. I have a notepad of notes that I can't wait to go over. And then Friday night, don't forget to catch Varys Vince and Jean Baptiste for the SmackDown show. Now, that is a mouthful. I have to talk to Chris about shortening this because that is so much to get in so little time. But I'm glad I did. So that's all the shows. Please check them out, everybody. Please, please, please. And like and subscribe as well. Yes.